everyone, my name is Edie. I'm going to be testing out 4 different viral pre-shower hair treatments.
I'm going to be doing a rice water hair rinse, an egg yolk moisturizing hair mask, and an apple cider vinegar hair rinse.
I'm also going to be comparing each one of these treatments and ranking them from best to worst at the end.
Saying the pros and cons and disadvantages and advantages of each.
And I'm going to be showing a before and after of my hair for each one. I tripped over my laces.
So basically I just measured out half a cup of rice. I did a mixture of wild rice and brown rice. You can do any rice, they all have benefits. And then I just combined that with 2 cups of water and I let that soak for about an hour. You can do anywhere from a half hour to a few days for full benefits.
I did wash my hair just as usual, which includes letting it soak in oil for 30 minutes before I shampoo. And then I just shampooed and conditioned, which I leave my conditioner for about 2 to 3 minutes. But in between shampoo and conditioner this time, as you can see, I just put in the rice water and let it soak for about 20 minutes. You're supposed to let it soak for approximately 15 to 30 minutes, so this was just me waiting while it soaked in my hair.
I got out of the shower and then I brushed it. I have a really gentle hairbrush for my hair, so it's okay that I brush it wet. I normally brush it about 4 times before it dries.
For the apple cider vinegar hair rinse, I just did my normal shampooing and conditioning and pre-shower hair oiling, but instead I just put the apple cider vinegar hair rinse in my hair after I had both shampooed and conditioned, massaged it in, and left it in for a couple minutes before I rinsed it out with water. Diluting it is really important. I did 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with 2 cups of water. So for the egg yolk hair mask, I decided to just film me making the recipe because it was a little bit more elaborate than the rest. It called for 1 to 2 egg yolks. I used 2, and about a tablespoon of hair oil of choice. So basically I just cracked the egg, separated the white from the yolks.
Then I mixed the yolks with the beef tallow. It was honestly pretty easy to mix. It didn't take that long at all. I just made it so it was like this raw scrambled egg mixture. And then I applied it on my hair. So first I brushed out my hair, which I actually always do. Before I shower, I actually do that before I normally put in my hair oil. And then I'll do my hair oil like usual. But yeah, I brushed it all out first. And then I started to apply the mask all over my hair. I tried to get it really well evenly distributed because I didn't want like a dry patch of my hair while the rest was well nice and moisturized from the rest of the mask. And I didn't want one spot getting like a ton of grease when it's out. I wanted my hair to be overall like the same amount of moisturized over the whole surface area of it. And I honestly probably could have used 1 egg yolk. It was kind of a lot of mask, but I feel like 2 also worked, but I didn't need that much, and it was also very messy, and I did not do it over. Luckily, I didn't drop it at all or spill any of it anywhere, but it was messy, so make sure you do it over a towel, or you have some sort of nice setup to help you get it done.
I'm outside right now, but as promised, I'm going to be comparing and contrasting, and I'm going to be ranking them, the pros and cons, all that.
Ranking them from best to worst.
So sometimes I feel like I can like see my split ends a little bit more once my hair feels a little bit dry or like freshly washed. I feel like that's just like me convincing myself. I feel like that's not really a real thing, because that happens like a lot of the times when I wash my hair when I haven't trimmed it in a while. It did feel like
Slightly dry right after, but throughout the week,
my hair was a lot shinier and more volume, wavier, just thicker in appearance. It had a much more voluminous appearance, also healthier. I definitely did notice a difference. I probably noticed the biggest difference with that one. Even if I noticed like a bad or a negative difference with some of the others, it was still the biggest, and it was positive, which is a plus. It was a good difference. So that was my favorite for that reason. And that was number 1. So number 2 will be the rice water. Of course, it was also super easy. It was super easy, but also I feel like my hair, I've done that one before. That is like the one I've done before.
Also, I've done the apple cider vinegar one like once years ago, but
Actually pretty recently I did the rice water one, but I was more used to that one. So I just had like 2 separate times I could compare it and see if the results were similar both times.
what I noticed was
A very subtle but like still there and like noticeable difference in how shiny my hair looked. And it was actually a noticeable difference, I feel like. You know, even if it is just getting shinier and it's not getting thicker or longer overnight, it's like, I still feel like it's worth it. My hair felt, if not the same, it was a little bit drier. And I've done like moisturizing actual hair masks, not like rinses before. And I've noticed my hair often just gets like drier after them, and then it's like you put in effort for nothing. I feel like part of it's because when you shampoo your hair, when you do those, because they're so moisturizing, you like subconsciously or consciously do a little bit more shampoo, and so you just dry it out more, you know? So even though I did do conditioner, I probably did a little more shampoo, but sometimes I just feel like it's like hard to get it right with those masks. Yeah, if anything, my hair felt a little bit drier afterward, honestly. Just still goes for number 3 for me. For the pros and cons, obviously, I think pros for the rice water one is it was super easy to make. Same with the apple cider vinegar one, super easy to make. And the apple cider vinegar one was actually even a little bit easier than the rice water one. It was just incredibly simple. And then a pro for the egg yolk hair mask, I guess. If you barely shampooed it, your hair would be super greasy, and if your hair's for some reason like so dry and needs so much grease, I don't know why that would be a situation, but I just feel like, I feel bad. I feel like I should be adding in one pro for that. I mean, it's also probably true the yolks specifically in the eggs have a lot of vitamins for your hair, but I feel like rice water also has vitamins and nutrients for your hair. Maybe the apple cider vinegar has the least, but it has stuff that helps balance your scalp's pH. Cons for the Honestly, I can't really think of any for the rice water one, except maybe if you don't even want to deal with the hassle of making it, even though it is really simple. But that's really the only con for that one. Like, if you don't want to go through the pain of doing that, even though it's like really simple, I get it, but it's really not that difficult. Like, it's not that much of a pain anyway. But yeah, so that's what I mean. And then like,
although also like waiting 15 minutes like in the shower is kind of annoying. It's like you just want to get your shower done with, which was nice about the apple cider vinegar one because it was just like a few minutes versus like 15. Con for the apple cider vinegar one is if you don't want to go to the like 2-second hassle of making it.
I thought it would smell a lot worse than it did. Like, it honestly smelled fine the next day.
That's just sort of a little bit of a warning, but it wasn't too bad for me at least.
But cons for the egg yolk hair mask is it actually was a little bit more of a hassle to make because you're actually like mixing whole ingredients together and separate eggs and stuff, so that was a little annoying. And then like putting it on is kind of a pain because it's messy. It gets everywhere unless you have a nice setup, so you're not like staining anything. It also just kind of did not have the best results in my hair.
That's also another con.
That's really it. You just like don't want your brand to be smelling like a salad, you know what I mean? Just like ideally that's not really something I feel like a lot of people would go for. So this